Good morning, loved ones. I hope you had a good night's sleep. I did. A great night's sleep. And I'm very grateful for that. And that I get to sleep. Oh shit. I need to throw these darlings away. We'll do yoga in them fast. I'm very, very grateful that I get to sleep well. It's not a non-broken sleep that I used to have the luxury of having, but it is a sleep with the people that I love most in the world. And I think that's more valuable than, an unbroken sleep. I do appreciate when I'm working, that I get to sleep properly in different hotels. So that's one of the biggest benefits with my job, the sleeping. My daughter has a thing when she pinches me, that's her comfort thing. She pinches like up here, and she has a special grip. She's really funny. She's like, when she's gonna fall asleep, she's like putting her grip in, and then she puts her head on the arm, and then she's ready for sleep. And she has a procedure, when she's showing how she's doing it, and I'm very, very grateful that I'm okay with that. I have a lot of friends that are sleep training their kids and don't co-sleep, and they fall asleep on their own. And for me, this is one of the most beautiful parts of the day, when we're when I'm putting her to bed and reading and talking a little bit about the day, and that's very often when she tells me things about the day, and I'm very grateful for that little kind of ritual, the tugging in our way. I'm also very, very grateful that I managed to have children very late in life. I was very frightened that I wouldn't become a mother, because I became a mother when I was 40, and I was so frightened that it would be too late. And thanks God, I have a program where I deal with my addiction, the 12-step program. And I got reminded when I was in this, really obsessive state of wanting to become a mother, I got reminded, that I have a higher power, and that things will be as they're supposed to be, and that really comforted me throughout the unawareness. And I also bought my dog, Penny, that I love deeply, when I was truly, truly longing to become a mother. And it was so biologically, I couldn't resist it. And I am a very aware person, I work with myself on a daily basis, and I'm aware of, what's going on in my body, because I practice yoga on a daily, so many things that I am aware of that most people might not be. And still, this biological clock took me, and I had zero, defense. I just really wanted to become a mom. And then I bought my little dog, and she kind of, gave me that, the motherhood of, spending love on someone, just truly, loving them, and that, cuddles, and so I think also she made me relax. And then when we were starting to try, we got pregnant on the first try, and that's extremely rare when you're 39 years old. So I thank, my dog and my higher power for that. Maybe also living clean, I had been clean and sober for 7 years when I got sober, but yeah, what a gift. I'm so grateful to be a mother. And I'm very grateful that I got, the physical part of it, being pregnant, carrying a child in my belly, and sensing the growth. 4 years ago now I was this big, and my daughter was about to pop, and I feel much more whole since she got here. I started to develop, this kind of grief that I thought would stay with me for the rest of my life, and now it's not there anymore. And yeah, I'm so grateful for being where I am today. And it's also very much thanks to you, because thanks to you I get to share, my life on a daily basis. I get to remember what I have to be grateful for. And just like 5 years ago, I wasn't pregnant, and I was truly longing for that. And I remember that because I recorded it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that makes me much more aware of where I am today and how amazingly beautiful life can just switch in a heartbeat. It's stunning, the experience of life, if you're aware of it and you see that. It's really easy to take what you got for granted and think that other people are much more well off in different aspects than you are. And one thing that I learned really early on in sobriety is that I compare my inner with other people's outer appearance, and I stopped doing that fully. It took me a few years, but I just don't compare myself to other people anymore, because I have no idea about their reality. They could struggle with cancer, they could struggle with abuse. Like, you have no idea what's going on in their lives. I have lots of struggles that I don't share, because my life might look stunning on the outside, and I focus on the positive, but there's also lots of shit going on in my world, but I don't spend energy on that. I am in it, because I have to, because it is my life and I have to be in that. But I also focus on growth, on whatever I do have that is positive. And I do see whatever shit comes my way, because we're all gonna, that's what I also learned in recovery. Everyone in life gets their portion of shit. And we have no idea about what, theirs is or that person's is. But I know that everyone gets it. And what I learned is to not feed that shit, but go on with my life and stay positive and just deal with it. Like, we have to deal with shit, but we don't have to be in it. You don't have to let it take over your life. And that's so beautiful. And I also learned so much from the shit that I go through. So I feel like the biggest shit throwers in my life are my biggest teachers. So I'm trying, it's not happening on a daily basis, but I'm really trying to be grateful for those testing, people or situations, whatever it might be in your life, but try to be grateful to them. Now we're going to do yoga. Get down on your sitting bones and straighten your back up. On the inhalation, feel how your belly is expanding. On the exhalation, drag your belly button towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. We're going to do the breath of fire. We do that by pushing our belly button towards the spine, quick and hard. Inhale to start. Very good job. We're gonna do the hip roll. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale back. Oh, I forgot a button. Switch direction. And you know what? That's it. That's the yoga we managed for today because I was speaking so much. C'est la vie. We're going to finish today's class with a short meditation. Close your eyes, focus on the area between your eyebrows, the third eye looking out. Let your third eye lead you to the area around your heart. In this area, you find an inner room where you're going to spend some time just for yourself. There is nothing that has been and nothing that will come. It's only you in this very moment. Paramatmane Namaha Sripadanjala Yoga Darsharam Atasamadipadaha Hatha Yoga Nushasanam Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha Tata Drashtu Sarubhe Vashtanam Vritti Sarubhya Mittanastra Vrittaya Panjataya Klishta Klishta Ha. Slowly come back to the room where you are. We're going to finish today's class together with 3 Shanti. Place your palms together in front of your heart and inhale to start. Shanti. 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 Place your palms to your forehead for you to think good thoughts through the day, to your mouth for you to speak the truth, and to your heart for you to follow your heart and to be kind to yourself and other people. Namaste. Thank you so much for today. Remember to go. Thank you. I love you guys and I'll see you tomorrow.